Yo, yo, good. Almost said good morning. Not good morning. Good evening, and welcome to the last open mic live. Well, the last open mic live of 2024. There you go. Yes, because tomorrow is New Year's Eve, and holy hell, what a year it has been. A crazy year. It was an election year. That alone was crazy enough, but so many things going on, and, I just want to, um, thank all of you for an amazing year, and I will say this before it gets away from me. This live broadcast is sponsored by InDigital, a leader in next gen core services, and, oh, hold on here. Just thought of something. I just wanna make sure to put it in my notes. I know. I'm just typing. um, this is gonna be a recap episode, man. This is gonna be a recap episode of the year, and it has been, like I said, a crazy one. Shout out to subscribers of the podcast as always. Thank you for everything. I know it's 9 o'clock on a Monday. Usually I do this on a Sunday, but I took last night off so I could hang with the family and such. So I'm doing it today. And oh, Gary Tammy Hill, what's going on? Yo, 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 welcome to Marvelous Monday. That's what I'm talking about. Are the Lions playing? Are they playing right now? Also, Gary, um, go Lions for one. And watch your mailbox. That's all I got to say. Watch your mailbox. Um, I think you'll dig it. I sent you something. I'm like a little kid, man. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to see it. But I sent you something, brother, and I hope you dig it. Again, shout out to subscribers as always. And how's everyone doing this evening? On a Gary says yes and yes. I'm watching the catch up version. Yeah, there you go. Um, how's everyone feeling? How are you doing from last week and coming into everything that has been going on? Um, What number are you? Also, where are you watching from? What number are you on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty, 10 being awesome? Oh, Marco, Lions defense isn't doing very good. No, dude, don't tell me that. Hopefully they pull it out. They've been doing so good lately. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Marco, I'm sure yours is kind of down at the moment. 1 being shitty, 10 being awesome. How are you doing? How are you feeling? How are things going? I'm already at a 9. I just came back from watching, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 with, the family, and that movie is awesome. It is really good. I'm not gonna say anything, no spoiler alerts, nothing like that, just that it is super good. Also, episodes, uh, 5 wow, there's a lot of episodes that have come out. So 580, 581 went out today, and 582 is coming out tomorrow. And 580 was with Kathy and Jason Lott of the Thin Gold Line Foundation. Make sure to check out that episode. That was a really, really good one, and everything that they're doing. Shout out to them for that. And also, the last 2 episodes of my time out at Cobb County 911 in Georgia. Such a great time out there with all of them. The episode that came out today was with my good friend Emily, and she's just an amazing human. And the episode is out there. It was a great one. Tomorrow's with Desmond. Awesome, awesome human as well. And just all of them, just all the episodes, man. Every single one. that is going to wrap it up. I've got a video that'll be coming out, just kind of highlighting a little bit of um, their building, their center, and of course, the folks that work there. So make sure to check that out. When it comes out. Gary over here says mine is 8.753 for now. That number will fluctuate over the next few hours. I bet. Marco says 10. Just got back to Michigan from visiting my mom in Illinois, who's in her 70s. I hope you had an excellent time out there. As always, with moms, always fun, right? And oh, Fletch, what's going on, Fletch? Yo, what's up? Starting off at a 6.364. All right. Here in New Jersey, the good part of Jersey, not the side that Gary lives on. Oh, snaps. Do you have like the drones and shit going on over there too? And this crazy, like fog, whatever it is, so that you guys can't look up into the sky anymore? I don't know what's going on, man. That's why I'm saying 2024 has been a crazy year. So yeah, there's just stuff all over the place, just craziness. Gary says Cobb County has some awesome people. 91 Bowler has to get there for a visit. Yeah, dude, for real. Reach out to them. They are super cool. A lot of awesome people there. They do some good work. So I want to let me look back over here at my notes. So again, that's wrapping it up. Episodes 581, 582 for this year, and I have got a shit ton of episodes that I have that are going to be coming out as always weekly, coming up for the first of 2025. Yeah, a lot of them. Look out for them. Again, every single one of them powerful, and it has just been a lot of fun there. So make sure to check that out. Also, DTBG6 is still blowing up. People are still registering, checking it out, and going through all of those sessions. I've been putting out little clips here and there for those as well. I want to give a shout out to my good friend Erica out of Calhoun County 911. Uh, she is a day away from having 7 straight years of perfect attendance in dispatch. Well done, yeet, and excellent work. Um, I don't know that I could have done that. So very well done. She's an amazing trainer as well, and just a very good human. So, um, congratulations. And if she saw that, she's probably like, "Oh, damn it, Ricardo, why did you say why did you call me out?" Oh man. So, as I've been saying, this session, this episode, this live broadcast is basically just going to be a recap of the year. Steve, what up? Steve Sutton, what's going on over here on LinkedIn? Holy crap, 7 years. Yeah, dude. No shit. Like for real. Good, super good friend of mine. And yeah, we were talking earlier. And oh, there she is right there. Erica, haha, thank you. Praying nothing crazy happens tonight where I lose my voice or something. Oh no. Maybe I shouldn't have had anything said anything. No, no, no. You'll be fine. Everything will be good. You are awesome. I love you, and you're the best. So keep doing what you do. But yeah, dude, 7 years. Woo! Well done. Well done. Gary over here says drones were crazy a few weeks ago. Slow down. I think it's the weirdos from East Jersey, Fletch Country. Oh, he says checking out our beautiful real estate on the west side of the state. Oh man, East versus West in Jersey. It looks like. Oh, that's hilarious, man. That is funny. So a lot of different things going on. 2024. Again, it was an election year. Things were going crazy. I'm fine. I'm glad all of the ads are off television because oh my god, like that was just that's all you would see. It's like you're trying to watch something and then it was just over and over and over. I'm like, "I get it. I get it." But finally, it's done, but, like, leading up to that moment, it was just freaking nuts, man. And then a little bit afterwards, it was nuts. But not just that, just a lot of things that, that I've been, working on as well. So it was September 2023, so, going fall time of 2023, and then all the way up until now, I had started oh, hold on a minute. Let me come back over here to Instagram. Fletch over here says, "We send our garbage over to West Jersey via drone to get rid of it." Oh, man. Like I said, we got a war, East and West going on, in a funny way. It's all good fun. Oh, that's great. Um, where was I at? Oh, yeah, the training. So I had started doing this 8-hour communications course, and I'll be honest, before that time, and I think a lot of us, we get to a point where you're trying to continue to evolve, to figure out where you're at, things that you're going to be doing. Gary over here says pork roll. I don't know what that is. Fletch, maybe you know what that is. It sounds like you guys are still going at it. I'm gonna let you continue to do your thing. um, so I wasn't sure if like the training piece or instructing, doing an 8-hour class was something I could do. Seriously, I wasn't sure. I've seen other people do it. I've been there. I've witnessed it. I've watched it, and I would think, man, like, well done. Like that was really good. And through just conversations with a lot of people, they had been telling me, um, you've basically been doing this for over 10 years already. So I ended up combining all of the classes, the 1-hour classes that I've been doing, and just expanded them. And I did the first one at the Ohio Mini Conference. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. And then it just continued from there. And it kept building and it kept building and it kept building. And I've had so much fun with all of you. Great reviews. And going into 2025, there's already a ton of classes, pre-cons at conferences that I'm going to be doing as well. And I'm just really, really excited. And as I've told people, sometimes you have to just figure out what you're going to end up, just to jump into it. That first step, right, is always the hardest. And I was like, I'm just going to do this. And it has been so much fun meeting so many of you, doing so many Imagine listening sessions. It's just been so powerful to hear everyone's stories, hard stories, saves, good stories. And then, of course, the open mic piece. All of it has been, I will just say, it has been a blessing to be able to do it. And I feel blessed to be able to go out and for all of you to really trust me with sharing your stories, but also for being out there teaching and instructing. So thank you for that. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. You're all my why. Like we always talk about your reason, right? And all of you, you're my why. Myself and my family as well, right? Because we all benefit from it. But everything that I've done to be able to give back, it's for all of you so that you won't have to go through some of the bullshit that I went through or some of the bullshit that other people went through, that I can leave it in a better place than where I found it. And excuse me, it has been an honor to do it. So again, I've been all over the country teaching, and that's going to continue. I had a lot of fun back in April with the 911 state 911 board in North Carolina, traveling with them to two different centers. And when we were out there, I remember I was nervous as hell because I thought, oh man, I'm always nervous going into teaching or speaking or whatever. That's just the way I am. I just wanna do a good job, right? I want everyone to have an experience, 'cause I tell people all the time, I could simply speak to you off of a PowerPoint and it be bullshit, mediocre. I don't wanna do that. I want you to have an experience. I want you to learn from each other, not just from me and the stuff that I'm saying. I want you to learn from each other, and everyone has been, and that's what has made this so much more fun. So being out there in North Carolina and teaching at both centers, tons of people there, people really opening up. And I say this at every class, and I mean it. It is it is always it is always interesting and kind of fun in a way to see the looks the look on everyone's faces when they realize that this communication class is different from what they've done before, because I start talking about some of the things that we're doing, and a few people have been like, "Oh no, we have to talk to each other." Like we have to get into our fields. We're going to be learning from each other. We're going to be doing group discussions. We're going to be sharing stories. I'm like, "Mm-hmm. Yes, you are." And it's cool to see people open up. I wasn't sure how that was going to go, especially with Imagine Listening, because sometimes people don't want to open up in front of their coworkers, their partners, their teammates, because there's that fear of, oh man, they're going to judge me or they're going to think I can't hack it. And a lot of times, the majority of the time, people realize that they're going through the same shit that they're going through too. And then they start reaching out to each other and they start talking more. And I think that's one of the best parts is seeing that, talking through it, the storytelling piece that I do, where it's really about how they talk, about what it is that they do, because that is the perception that those folks, whoever they're talking to at the time, that's what they're going to take from it. But also that just by talking about what they do and how they talk about it is that they do and why, they can inspire others to join as well. It's one of the biggest things that I've seen with the I Am 911 movement. From these stories alone, I have received emails from people saying, because of these stories, it inspired me to be a part of something bigger than myself. I had been searching and searching. And now I'm on month 2 of training in dispatch. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. That is amazing. And it's all because of your stories, because one voice can change the world. I've been saying it for years. One voice can change the world. One voice. It's powerful, man. That's how important all of you are, and that's how powerful your voice is, and especially your story. Again, it's what I've been doing and talking about for over a decade now. And it's been amazing. And I can't wait for 2025 because there's so much more that's going to be coming out from it. So many different things. Oh, look at that. Melissa, what's going on, Melissa? Melissa says, Gary Tammy Hill, you're welcome anytime. Boom. There you go. Mr. Hill, and Melissa, how are you doing? Happy holidays. Happy New Year. I had so much fun out there with all of your folks. Next time, hopefully, we will get a chance to actually hang out. Melissa Alterio, awesome person, director out there in Cobb County. She had so much stuff going on. It was hilarious because the first session, she like boop, just like poked her head in for a moment while I was telling a story, and she had to split, and then the the next day, when or it was the third day because we had it split up. So one day it was class, the next day it was all the episodes that I was recording back to back to back, and it was such a good time. And then the last day, teaching again, and actually had like 2 or 3 minutes, seriously, maybe not even that much time while we were on a break that Melissa was able to walk in, get a quick hug, and then she had to go. It was like ninja vanish and gone. But it was awesome to be there. I had so much fun, man. Melissa says, haha, yes, Joe Sari was there at the same time. Crazy, busy all the time. Yes, good buddy. Joe Serio of the 360 Dispatcher. He was out there as well. We were there at the same time. Our Airbnbs were like 4 minutes from each other. So we were having dinner basically every night that I was there. I think he was there an extra day. And yes, a ninja hug. And she says they're still talking about it. Yay! Awesome. Awesome. I had a lot of fun out there with them, and there was just so many people that were just opening up and just talking and realizing that everyone is kind of going through a similar thing, but also comparing what it was like for themselves in the beginning and for those coming in that are newer folks. And so it was just so much fun to be out there and to hang out and to check out the Marietta Diner. Holy hell. If you have not been out there, check out the diner, the Marietta Diner. That place was awesome and their food was excellent. I'm pretty sure Joe and I gained a few pounds just from eating at the restaurants and the other ones that they owned. Um, we're definitely going to do this again. Yes! Hey, I'm all about it. And the video is coming soon, and I'm excited for it because when I was out there, there was a bunch of chalk and stuff that was written out there, and it was just a lot of people showing appreciation for everything that you all do. And I can't wait to show those pieces. Those were some of the things that caught my eye right away. Walking up the steps, like, as soon as I was walking towards the steps even, I could see all of it, and it had been there for a little while, and I think it had rained. M had told me that, it was coming off a little bit, but it was still there enough so that you could see a lot of what was there, and you could feel the love, man. Like, you could feel the appreciation, and that I really dug as well. So make sure to look out for all of that stuff. It was a lot of fun being out there in Georgia. But also, when I was out there in North Carolina, having those moments as well with all of them and doing some of those episodes live, that was really cool to do. There's sheriff out there in Johnston County. They oh wait, Melissa says our wellness center will be finished in early 2025. You'll have to come back and see it. Yes, I am all about that. You let me know, and I will be there and we'll have some fun. Yes, I'm all about that. In North Carolina, in Johnston County, I was recording with the director, as well as the sheriff, and I think maybe like the city manager or something like that. I can't remember now, but the reason I for sure remember the sheriff is because he told me that if I didn't have a place to stay, that he had a place for me that could hook me up with my own room and 3 meals, and I would be very safe there. And it was right across the street, or not across the street, across the parking lot. It was their jail. He was laughing we were all laughing so hard, but in the back of my mind, I was like, "I think he's serious." Melissa, have a great night as well, and, yeah, I'm glad you were able to jump in for a little bit as well. Yeah, the sheriff was just like, "Hey, if you need a place to stay, it's right across the parking lot, it's right there. You don't have to go far." And I was like, "What?" And then I realized, "Oh, he's talking about the county jail." Yeah, no, I don't need that. Oh, man. That is funny. Over here on Instagram, I've got someone jumping in saying, "Good evening, and yes, the chalk drawings and comments were amazing, especially knowing the age of the kids who drew them." That is really cool. Okay, wait a minute. So there were kids? I need to get some more information. Either way, it was really cool, being there and seeing all of those. I've got pictures, I've got videos and stuff, and I'm gonna be putting that together. But yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, it was. Um, yeah, so that's even more cool, just to know that they were there. They were doing all of those. Again, it was really cool to see, and you could feel that appreciation from those who did all of the drawings. Some of them say you like your heroes, great job, you do a great job, we love you. And I think there was like a 911 rocks, like there was tons of them, and there were little drawings and everything as well. And it was really cool. I will just I know I keep repeating myself, but that's how cool it was. It was awesome to be able to be there and see that. So I'm gonna put that out there so that everyone can check it out. And then I was out also another spot in North Carolina. I was out in Kansas as well with my good friends out in Lyon County. Man, we had so much fun there too. And just Colorado in Aurora, everyone there, like there were so many. I can't remember all of them, but I had a good time with every single group. And of course, being out at the ranch, Raleigh, I was out there, and there was so much that happened when I was out in Raleigh. Oh, I got an Airbnb, and the Airbnb was cool. It was like a Polly Pocket type. It said townhome. It was like luxurious townhome, and I mean, it was a townhome. It was it was very quaint and cozy. But I will say this, when I went into the dispatch center and I was teaching, they're like, "So where are you staying? Are you staying at one of the hotels close by?" And I said, "No, I'm staying on such and such road." And they go, "Oh, why?" And I said, I don't know. I don't know why." I'm like, "That's the place that I found." And it looked really cool, and it was fun, but it was definitely a super small spot. Like, you open the door and you've got, like, 3 feet, and then there's the couch, little couch, right there's the wall. It's like this. Like, I had to go sideways to get into the bathroom. The refrigerator was, like, this big, and it had, like, a pretty nice hot plate, like a glass double-sided hot plate type for cooking food, and then, you could go upstairs, and there was a loft area, but dude, that bed was comfortable. Yeah, it was cool. The thing that sucked though was that during that time, I was that's when I was just getting better. Like, it took a while to get better, but I was dealing with the diverticulitis, but I was not gonna miss the chance to be there with everybody out there in Raleigh. So there were a lot of different things going on during that time. Oh, man. It was pretty crazy. Like, I ended up missing going to the ranch, in September because of it, and I apologize to everyone, especially Joe and Amy, like, so much. But they, immediately were like, your health is more important than everything else that you're going through or that you want to come over here. It's more important than coming out here with us. But I hate missing it because I'm a regular instructor there. So I made up for it in November when I went back. But starting in September as well was a back to back to back to back to back to back training. Now, I will say before that ended up happening, um, a lot of state conferences that were coming up. And then, of course, the national conferences as well. So, National Nina came around. It was in Orlando. That was a lot of fun. Of course, I got to go see family and everything while I was over there because my mom and my sisters, my in laws, like everybody lives out there in Florida. And that was fun. I was out there. I didn't have a booth this time, but I was out there. I had a class, of course, and I was just doing like media type stuff. So that was a lot of fun as well to be able to do, to be able to go out there, to be able to do that and just continue that partnership with Nina. There was other things that happened at National Nina, just a couple confrontations, people that I really just didn't want to deal with that were there, but they were there, and things it ended up being fine. It was okay. It's crazy that later on, you hear, hey, you dodged a bullet. You dodged a bullet. Correct. You find out sometimes people that you thought were going to be there or that you were close to or whatever, and they're just nope. But it's all right because I ended up better for it, stronger, learning a lot of different things. My circle is like a small, and there's a reason for that because there are a lot of vampires out there that want to suck the life out of you. And just like in the movies, they say you got to be the one to let those vampires in, and then they get in. They can't come in unless you say so. And sometimes you got to learn the hard way. Again, there are vampires out there that will suck the life out of you. Watch out. But National Nina was amazing. There's so many things going on. I was so happy for all of those people, whether we talk anymore or not. I was happy for all of those people and that they continue to do awesome stuff. And seeing a lot of folks that I haven't seen in a while, meeting a lot of new people as well, and continuing new friendships and everything. All of it was a great experience. It was so good. Um, as I'm talking about Nina, I do want to say something really quick. A shout out to Mr. Brian Fonts, who will be stepping down next year after all of these years of heading National Nina. Thank you, Brian, for everything that you've done for this profession, for Nina, but also for me personally. Thank you for everything. Because my start in all of this, the national scene, and putting my podcast in a spot, my good buddy Fletch was there as well. That first one in 2013, my first National Nina conference was in Charlotte, North Carolina. And Nina and myself have been partners ever since then. And I just want to say thank you because it's been awesome. having a chance to talk with you one on one and get to know you a little bit better, especially that time we were out in DC when Lori Flaherty was retiring. Again, thank you for everything. It's going to be odd. I know you're still going to be around there and stuff, but it's just not seeing you around there is going to be odd if you're not around there, for certain things. But either way, I just wanted to say thank you and congratulations on everything. Because it's been awesome, and I will always have a spot for Nina and everyone who works there, but especially for you, sir. So thank you, Mr. Fonts, for everything. Okay, moving on to National APCO. National APCO was special. Oh wait, hold on over here, Gary. I've heard you say back 7 times now. A hint for DTBG7. Oh my god. I don't know, man. I do not know. And over here on Instagram, Fletch, the podcast zone. Yes, the podcast zone. Yep. That was a good time, dude. After we were all set up, Fletch and I was riding shotgun with him. I don't remember which fast food restaurant we went to, but I remember we were in line and we were just talking and stuff about just a lot of things. And we went back and I will always cherish every one of those moments, my friend. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun that week, and every time that I've seen you ever since then, it has been really cool. Um, Gary also says, "Oh, I've learned that the hard way, but Juliet has taught us that sometimes those people are your rocket boosters for life, your drive to do more." Yes, yes, you are correct, and I don't hold any ill will, man. Like any person that we've gone separate ways or whatever. I hope that you continue to do awesome things. Yeah, I hope you do. I wish you all of the luck in the world, and that you continue doing awesome things, and that you're doing well in life. The way it's been put, I want to see you eat. I want to see you have a seat at the table. It might not be at my table anymore, because of stuff that's whatever happened, but I want to see you win no matter what. So for National APCO was special because it was going to mark, or APCO was going to be in Orlando, just like Nina was. A lot of things happened the last time Nina was at Orlando too. But for APCO, the last time it was in Orlando, the week after that conference was when the I Am 901 movement was born. So it was extra special. And Imagine Listening Volume 2 was gonna be launching during that time. Now, I will say this really quick. The thing that sucks about that is that I got fucking screwed on those books. Mostly the first one, because the second one I was not going to have come out with the now former publisher. But I got screwed on Volume 1. I've never seen royalties for it other than the books that I sold on my own. I never saw royalties. I paid that publisher more royalties than they paid me. No shit. And I wasn't the only one getting screwed either. But that entire time, I had been asking when the distributor was going to be paying out. And I kept getting the runaround, until finally the publisher told me that it wasn't distributor's fault, it was their fault. So whatever happened to that money, I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. Sounds like they had expenses that they had to pay, but I have not seen a dime. And I won't say, but it's not hard to find out who the publisher is. But who knows? Maybe they needed the money more than I did. So I'm going into 2025 with saying, if you needed it more than me, then hey, but that's going to stick with you. That's going to stick with you. And people will find out, people will know because you're also in the 911 space and people talk. They're going to know. But if you needed it more than me, then there it is. Which is why my version of Volume 1 is already out there for pre order. Volume 2 ended up coming out and it has done well. But my version of Volume 1, I have copies of it already and it looks gorgeous. Way better than that original one. So I can't wait for all of you to see it. It launches February 16th, 2025. And that, for those who may or may not know, everyone in 911 space knows, but those in the general public who see this who may not know, that is the anniversary of the very first 911 call placed in Haleyville, Alabama. I thought it was perfect. It would be a great way to launch it. So that's when my version of book 1 comes out. And again, for the old publisher, it's whatever, man. Do your thing. I'm still going to do my thing. So I was hoping to launch book 2 there at National Abco, but that didn't happen because of all this other bullshit. I ended up cutting the contract and was like, I'm done. Pull volume 1 off and that's it. I'm just going to self-publish. I'm going to do it on my own. So the other thing that was really special about National Apco was the fact that I got to be there and do Imagine Listening twice. And my mom and my sisters got to be there to witness it as well. And it was very eye-opening for them and for them to be able to see me do my thing and listen to the powerful stories that were coming out of so many people there during those Imagine Listening sessions. So all in all, no matter the bullshit that happened leading up to it, which again, I don't hold any ill will, man. Things straighten themselves out. I love what I do. I'm still going to continue to do it. But it was super special to be able to have my family there. And of course, my 911 family to be there and to share their stories and be there for each other. People, hugging each other, letting people know we're here for you. We're here. It's okay. And it was kind of emotional for me as well, being in there and just knowing that, man, this conference specifically and the session and the place where it happened in Orlando, all of it is just all fitting together very well. And it was special no matter what. Minus the BS, it was super special. Um Looking over here back in Instagram, gotta go, working day shift at Cobb tomorrow. Thank you for everything you do. Can't wait for Volume 1 relaunch. Take care and have a great and safe start to 2025. You as well. Thank you for joining us here tonight and have an excellent shift tomorrow at Cobb. Again, such a great place to be, man. So much fun out there. And I appreciate you for your kind words. Thank you so much. Um, again, it was very special. Everyone who was out there was so much fun with everyone, and I just had an excellent time. So thank you, all of you, for making it super special. I appreciate you. And going back out to November, I ended up going out to Texas. Got to go to the ranch. Taught out there. Spent a lot of time with a lot of awesome people, and it was excellent. I've had a few people from that class on the podcast as well, and I have a couple more coming up as well. Um, and after that, literally flew straight from Texas to Boston and then drove like 2 hours to Portland, Maine, because I was going to be the keynote speaker out there, and I got to do the podcast, which was hella fun. Oh man, did I have so much fun out there. This whole year, if I missed a place that I was at, one, I apologize, and two, I apologize because I can't remember everything, every place that I've been at. I'm scrambling. I came here and went live literally right after watching a movie with my family. So when I sat down, I was just like typing things like, okay, these are going to be some things. I can't remember everything. So if I missed a spot that I was out at, I apologize. But just know I had so much fun with every single one of you this whole year, all of 2024. Even with hard lessons learned, all of it, it was all worth it. So out there at the ranch and then to Portland, Maine, had an excellent time out there with everyone. Um, did the keynote, had so much fun doing the keynote, doing Imagine Listening with all the attendees there. And a big shout out to Kevin and Keely for helping me during that time to take stuff around. Coins. I had so many coins that I brought with me, and they were all gone. I recorded episodes there as well. Those are going to be coming up as well as the Imagine Listening session that I did during that conference. So another one to be able to check out. Make sure when it comes up, check those out. Gary says keynote was amazing. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. It was so cool to have so many people out there and also to introduce basically like a whole new audience in a sense, because I want to try to get to every conference that's out there in the country, to do Imagine Listening and such for those who have never experienced it before. So everyone that was there, like some people knew who I was, others didn't, and were introduced for the first time, and that was so much fun. Also, I got to try Moxie, which I bought a bottle of Moxie here in Fort Wayne at what was it, Rocket Fizz or something like that, and I had my kids try it. And oh man, what was it that my kids said? One kid said, "This is the drink that you have when you're alone on the subway." And my other kid said, "This drink tastes like the equivalent of being stood up on a date." Oh man, it was hilarious. Oh jeez. But then they were also like, "It's not really that bad." Gary says it's really cool to watch people learn about this is really cool to share our stories. Yes, yes, because after there were people all over the place that I was walking by. They were saying hello, right? But during that time, they were talking to each other and sharing stories. This was after the keynote, and imagine listening and like throughout the week that I was there, a lot of people were connecting, and that was so much fun. Um, it was yeah, it was great. Um, and then when I left, I got to go to Salem, and I stayed the night in Salem. That was a very cool experience. Thank you, Juliet, for joining me that first evening for dinner and stuff, and us walking around and just checking out the area. I got to go to Salem PD. I got a bunch of patches, and I ended up getting some T-shirts from Salem Fire. That was really cool. That was a lot of fun, and and then I ended up coming back. Driving into Boston was a little nerve wracking. Um, Even though it was like 3 in the morning, it was still kinda nerve-wracking because it was raining like crazy, and if you've never driven through Boston before, when you put, a destination or just driving through and you look at Google Maps, it's like spaghetti, man. It's like ramen noodles. Those roads are all over the place, and I thought, "I hope I'm going the right direction." I almost got lost, like, twice. It was, yeah, it was fun, but I made it through. And then as we come into the wrap up of this live, because my son is gonna go live on the stuff that he does as well, here in just a little bit, so I don't wanna take up a lot of his time. But, Dare to Be Great 6, a week-long, Monday through Friday, epic Dare to Be Great 6, and that was it was amazing. It was crazy, though, because that Sunday before, I was like, "Alright, got this week." And it was went like that. I was already giving some last words at the last session on Friday the 13th. Merry Friday the 13th, as we were saying. Again, it was it was it was awesome. The sessions were amazing, powerful, such great stories. Over 1,000 people from around the world were there watching, and still even more going back to watch the replays. All of you have made Dare to Be Great what it is. I said it was the last one, but I'll say what I said all week during that week. Like pro wrestling, never say never. I don't know what's going to happen. What I do know is that 2025 is going to be wild. It is going to be wild. There's so many things coming that I can't wait to tell you. I'll let you know soon, but it's going to be wild. And for some things that are coming in 2025 that I've been told about, that people have mentioned to me, things that I've seen, I will say this. When it comes to myself and everything that I do, everything that I've done over the weekend, or over the weekend, over a decade, for over a decade, often imitated, never duplicated. You're going to see some things coming out from people that look exactly like what I'm doing. Stuff from big companies. But again, often imitated, never duplicated. And I'm going to continue doing what I do because it's what I love. And when it comes to storytelling, accept no substitutes. It's because of all of you, not me, because of all of you that have made what I do what it is. And that is what people will never be able to take away from what it is that I do or what it is that you do. Because of all of you, everything that I do for a living is what it is. Because without your support, I wouldn't be where I'm at. It's because of your trust in what we do, how we learn from each other, that makes all of us, the I Am 911 movement, Imagine Listening within the trenches, so powerful. And also why others want to duplicate it, but they can't. Because we are too powerful, our voices are too powerful, our stories are too powerful, and we're going to continue to change the landscape of this profession, us, because it is still our time. The era of the headset is strong, and the I Am 911 movement continues. I cannot wait for 2025. I cannot wait for all of you to see what is coming up, the direction that certain things are going. It is going to be awesome. But again, it's because of all of you. Because one voice can change the world. One voice. And with the movement and Imagine Listening, in that case, in that scenario, all of your voices have changed the world. I shit you not. All of you, with your stories and your voice, you have changed the landscape of this profession. I may have started this, but it's because of all of you and what you do and why you do it that it continues to grow and continues to open the eyes of millions around the world about what it is like when you were taking these phone calls and you're there for others, but now also there for each other, in support of each other, because that's what all of this has been all about. There's so many more resources than there were way back when I started. I'm proud of every single one of you for what you do, again, and why you do it. But even if you feel like your voice can't change the world, you might feel as what you do is a drop in the water. But what happens when that drop of water hits? What happens when it lands? Like my good friend Gary says, it's about those ripples. And what I've been telling people for so long now, that is where your impact lies. And one day, if you haven't already, you're going to see that or experience that full circle moment and realize the impact of what you do. So be proud of what you do. Hold your head up high because not a lot of people can do this. And be there for each other. Reach out. If you haven't heard from someone, reach out. We're all we have. We know what it's like. And also, if you feel like your voice can't change the world, remember this. Your voice can change the world of your caller, the world of those on the other side of the radio, and those around you. That is how powerful all of you are with your story and your voice. And we're going to keep doing this. And the I Am 911 movement continues. I hope you all have had a great year. And even if it was a hard one, I hope that you've had that support around you. And we're going into 2025 with our heads held up high. Thank you. If you haven't heard it in a while, thank you for what you do in this profession. Let's take all the awesome things that we've done in 2024 and bust that into 2025. It's going to be a good one. This live broadcast has been sponsored by InDigital, a leader next gen core services. Shout out to subscribers of the podcast. Thank you. Thank you, all of you as well. Shout out to all of you who have been here watching, listening, supporting, sharing, all of it. Thank you. This can be seen on Facebook, YouTube, X, Instagram, LinkedIn Live, all of it. You can see it everywhere. TikTok as well. And you can listen to the podcast 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. Have a good one, everyone. Happy New Year. And I will see you in 2025, where we are going to continue to kick ass and take names by sharing our stories and sharing our voice. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.